Hello, I am here to talk to you today about PTO flex time and sick time. I'm going to start with sick time. Every month on the 15th of the month, I upload a spreadsheet to the Google Drive for you to access. If you do not have access, please let me know. Each of the employees are listed on the left-hand side here, and then there are charts, are columns for the days that I have recorded sick. So each month on the 15th, I record how much sick time a person has. So the U in this chart is used. The A in this chart is available. So we can see right here, if we're looking at Brad, he used 3 days. He has available 2 days, okay? And the same for anyone else. Julie has used 3.6 days and it has available 1.4 days. Now, this chart these are all the months that have passed. The last time I uploaded it was 10/15, and the next month will be 11/15. So that's an easy way to just see at a glance what your sick time is. Okay, I'm going to close this. And the next thing we're going to look at, I'm going to show you a ledger, typical ledger. This is another way you can look at your sick time. So this is someone's ledger. And sick time is measured, or sick time is listed down here. This is the maximum annual sick time. I'm going to get the little arrow. There we go. Or maybe the little hand, that'll help. The maximum annual sick this person has is 5 days. Okay, we do measure it in days, but there's a column here for hours as well. So 5 days would be 40 hours. This is how much that person has used, two days and 16 hours. This is how much the maximum remaining sick is left. So there are 3 days left, 24 hours. And sick, I colored as pink. So if you see pink in your chart, so this is, months, January to December, days 1 to 31. And depending on what day you've used for sick, it'll be pink in here. If you've used PTO, it'll be blue in here. If you have PTO that you've scheduled but not used yet, it'll be purple. This little key over here will show you, it'll be proposed PTO. So basically, if you scheduled time off in December, it would be purple right here until you use it, then it turns blue and then gets accredited to your PTO used, which is right here. So is this the month? This is your accrual rate, how you accrue PTO every month. This is your maximum annual PTO, which starts, so this is your allotment for 2020. Any banked PTO, so PTO rolls from the previous year up to 1.75% of your total allotted PTO. So you might have a few days left over from the year before. That gets accounted in here, and that will be your total. And here is your maximum annual total right here. And this is what's accrued so far year to date. This is what you've used. This is unused and banked, and this is maximum allowed annual PTO. And then you'll see I also listed here too. So we have kind of two separate places. It gets put on this little calendar, but it also gets listed here in case I need explanation. Flex time, of course, is colored with this color, and that's on there. So that is your ledger. You are welcome to have that ledger. This is the system we have in place right now. We may change that system in the future, but this is the system we have right now. And if you need to see your ledger at any time, you would contact Sue, that's me, and I'm happy to give you a copy of your ledger, okay? The next thing we're going to look at is a PTO request. So a PTO request is this form, And this form can be found under the Z drive, all company forms and policies. So this is where you're going to find all of our forms. So here's all PTO requests 2021 or all PTO requests 2020, since we're not quite out of 2020 yet. So you would grab that, save it to your desktop, you would fill it in, print it out and fill it in if you want, and you would scan this form to me. So it looks pretty clear here. It's same thing, calendar, January to December, days 1 to 31. Which days do you want? Just put an X there. Let me know what it's about, sign it, and then you would email that to me, okay? Don't scan it to my box, because if you scan it to my box, I will not see it unless you tell me it's in my box. But typically everyone, once it's filled out, they sign it and they email it to me. Once it's emailed to me, I look at it, I make sure it gets recorded onto your employee ledger, and then I basically will send you a stamped approved form that shows that I've seen it and I've recorded it, and I know that you want to take that time off. And I will also create a PTO oh my gosh, I'm stumbling over my words today, a PTO thing on the calendar as well. So an entry on the calendar. So you can see here, Susan has PTO here, Stephanie has PTO here, and that's something that I will do. You can see created by Soon Eaters. And the reason I do that is I like to keep track. It's just part of my process of keeping track of who has PTO. So it's not something that you would normally do. You would not record it on the calendar, although you would send an email that says, I'm taking PTO on this day, but you would not record it on the calendar. I would record PTO and Flex. That's the only thing I record for you, though. So make sure you keep doing your schedule. So that is that is how you can request time off, okay? Next thing is Flex request. This is the Flex request form. Same place you're going to find it in the Z all, let's go back there, company forms and policies. And you will see down here, it should say, oh my gosh, where is it? Flex form, all flex time request form. And this is August 2020. This just got set up. And so you would grab that form. Again, same thing, fill it out. Remember your video conferences are partial credit, so just read this form carefully, fill it all out, put any notes, what day you want to have your flex, send it to me. In other words, you will email it. I will also do an approved, and then you will see on the calendar that I will also record that. So here's Alicia's flex day that she has recorded. And that's it, really. Again, these forms can be found on the alt drive. You can also, if you have a question about PTO or anything, the Collins Management Employee Manual is the handbook is right here too in this same section. So this is a really great thing to just read. I know everyone got one, but there's some really good things in here to kind of figure out where you're at as far as like if you're looking here and you're wanting to know why your accrual rate is that, you would look in the employee handbook and there are all kinds of, it tells you, when your accrual rate will change. Here it talks about time off, and there are all kinds of other things that you really need to know about our workplace. Okay, so that's it really. And thank you. If you have any questions, let me know.